Yo.
Oi, how is everyone? G'day. Thought I'd start with a different song today. Look out, the kids are mobile. How are we all? G'day, you mob. What's cracking? Oh, thanks for plugging those likes, Mooney. Get those likes on. Get those thumbs up. Or thumbs down. Probably nothing much to thumbs down yet, except for the smoking and the drinking. How are we all? What is cracking around the world, but mainly in your backyards? What is the cracks and the haps? I'm blessed with so much mess right now. Surrounded by mess. Oh, Scott's Aquatics, first in the house today. Well done, Scott. Big bucket of kudos in the post. Probably a good thing for Joel too. I'm under the impression that Joel G's cupboard full of kudos is overflowing. It's spilling out the door gaps and stuff. But hello to you also, Joel G. Tom Patterson, how are you? Tom probably disappeared as soon as finding out that there'll be no cowpat fire today. All of the dry cowpats are damp again due to rain and stuff. Hello, Jen, I tell ya. How's it going? Jen. Jen and others. Apparently I've opened a can of worms with the poop fire. Now people just come to see if there'll be a poop fire. One day I'll probably say there won't be, and then there will be. Oh, look out.
Yeah. Well,
Whereabouts,
I just
whereabouts
crossed
are you
the border.
kids? You're about to?
I just did. We got waved through. No checks, no
Nice.
nothing. Yeah.
So easy. Straight through.
Bit of a wait, bit of built up traffic, but yeah, no problem. I thought that would be exciting, so I thought I'd stream it, but it was pretty boring.
Not as exciting as being frisked against a wall with people with rubber gloves on.
Oh, especially those women in uniform, you know.
There was a song about that one day I heard, reportedly.
Women in uniform.
Skyhooks.
Skyhooks, oh.
And then someone else did it as well. Might have even been someone else's song before Skyhooks. But anyway, back to the hellos. G'day, GRB. How are you, mate? Amy, Sand Creek 2. How are you? Hattrick Farm. Hello there, Hattrick Farm. Lazarus, the fish boy. How are you, Lazarus? I suppose I didn't rate my stream for over 18s, but you know, just because you see me drinking and smoking, Lazarus, don't drink or smoke. You're too young. Moonstone, how are you? I think I said g'day before, but have another. Why not? Anthony, how are you, bro? Good to see you, mate. Wait, did I miss someone? Don't think so. Yeah, we had good almost 48 hours of good solid rain. Bit of a flash flood, and then it disappeared again. Perfect blue skies. G'day, Derek. How are you, mate? If I have missed anyone, of course, you know, just remind me. Let me know you're here. If you're lurking, we like to know about lurkers. Peplin Creek, how are you, Pep? G'day, mate. How's it? Oh, yeah, sorry about the slightly delayed beginning as well. You know, I was doing stuff and all that. No. Punchy Paints, how are you, Pam? Welcome aboard, Sandy Doherty. Nearly missed you. Lucky. There we go. I got to the bottom. So much easier when there's less than 20 people at the start. I mean, it's not as pleasing to one's own ego to have less than 20 at the start, but, you know, certainly makes those highs a bit quicker. West New Zealand. You could probably walk across New Zealand in 3 days, couldn't you? Easy. What are questions from the nosebleed section? What vape you smoking today or vaping today?
Brazilian pineapple, so pineapple and cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Alien World Aquatics. How are you, Scott? Welcome aboard. Good to have you here, brother. Always good to have an alien in the house. Alice, did I see Alice show up as well? No? I thought I saw someone saying hi to Alice. Maybe I did. Anyway, I could scroll up and down for days and still not find it. Maybe I've got to... Oh, there she is. Right. I'm getting chats in an interesting order. How bizarre. Let me just crack a bit of that open. May have confused the viewers too, opening with a different song. I found it a little bit confusing. But yeah, I was rummaging through some. G'day, Ian. How's it going? I was rummaging through some of my old storage boxes, and I found some of my old discs with some of my old music on it. So yeah, that was one of my old songs from, crikey, probably 2000, 2001, somewhere around there. That one came from. Hey?
Vintage, nice.
Yeah. Back from when I first started fiddling around with, not really when I started to, a few years into when I started fiddling around with playing with loops and production of stuff. So yeah, it was a bit of fun to open up with a bit of orchestral beaty stuff. Pardon me. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Beast, you and your lovely lady are on the road. What's doing?
Yeah, we're heading up to Brisbane for the day.
Hi.
Gonna make some sales, sell some silver.
Nice. I assume you've got a plan. You've got some places organised to visit.
Yeah, House of Fetish in Brisbane in the CBD.
Underworld Realm.
Underworld Realm, sorry.
House of Fetish used to be in
I'm
Sydney.
silly. Yeah, my brain's stupid. Yeah. Underworld Realm. It's a goth shop in the CBD of Brisbane. And yes, there are still goth shops.
Yeah, we've been selling to her for probably 23 years. So she's a good old, regular, awesome client.
Good old regular, awesome client.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
But yeah, and I'm going to put my phone in to get a screen repair because the last time I got one, they stuffed the proximity sensor.
Interesting.
So we're in our German whip, headed up to Rizzo.
A German whip. I like it.
Good old Volkswagen.
You mind if I talk occasionally? Or should I be quiet?
How'd your fishies go? Did the babies happen?
They actually laid eggs yesterday afternoon, last night.
Woohoo!
So yes, a little bit later than I expected, but yeah, they're there now. Yeah, I had that just before Joel G. I was getting chats coming through in different order, so I don't know what's going on there. Might be a little hiccup with YouTube. But yes, they've been dancing around and acting the fools for about a week now. But yeah, finally came to fruition last night again. A big truck. So yeah. What do? They do about 3 days as eggs before they hatch into wrigglers. Then about 5 or 6 days after that, they're out of the nest swimming around.
Cool.
Gonna do a wee stop.
And yeah, I had 3 left from the previous batch, and I put them into a separate tank. And this time around, I think I'm going to siphon out a bunch of fresh babies within a week or 2 of them hatching. And, see how many I can save this time.
Yep.
Because they just seem to keep going through the same process where they they're very happy with their babies, but their babies slowly just dwindle down in numbers, and I'm not sure if it's just still the fish learning to parent effectively, or shouldn't be the water conditions. The water conditions are good, but it might just be that they breed in massive numbers. So, survival of the fittest and all that.
Yeah. Pit stop.
Piss stop, did you say?
Bit of both. Not for me. I'm just.
Always a good idea. Always a good idea to stop for a wee so you don't end up wetting yourself in the car or having to do wees in car parks. Yeah. If you're me, that's what happens.
Well, I was told many years ago that quite often in car accidents, people die from uric acid poisoning because they're driving with a full bladder and their bladder explodes, and they got all this uric acid into their bloodstream. I'm not sure how accurate those facts were, but I heard it once, and it was before the internet.
Right.
G'day,
The
Jace.
urban myth age. Yeah.
Possibly, yeah. How are you,
Could be
Jace?
real.
Perth Cichlids. Good to see you, mate. Welcome. Priscilla, MK. I missed you, Priscilla. Oh, Priscilla likes a German whip as well, according to her typing.
Nice and reliable.
I believe Priscilla lived in Deutschland before she moved to the America.
Deutschland über alles.
She may have to confirm that, but I'm sure she's of European descent. What sort of clippers do I need, Anthony? I already did a little bit of scissoring this morning, tidied up a bit of beard and the little bit that was dangling into my ears. But yeah, I could probably knock some off the sides. It's getting a little bit Elvis-y up there. Bing.
So unfortunately,
Anthony, sorry, keep going. My bad.
No beer till Brisbane.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Joel G's asking what you're selling today, but I believe it's already made jewelry, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Boxes and boxes of silver on wheels.
Beast misses designs and creates jewelry for the jewelry market. So they're flogging their wares in the big smoke today. C23, how are you, brother?
Sorry, mate.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah.
Which is the best vape to buy? Because my wife wants me to get one.
I love this. This is the best one I've ever found. The Tofo
I don't know what she wants to put in it, though. I can't vouch for that.
Okay.
I think she wants to put oil in it.
Well then you need it. You need to do your research on the internet because I don't know anything about that.
What's that? Is that just normal?
Nicotine.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think she wants to smoke it for that reason.
Okay.
I think she wants to do some lots of drugs.
She wants the Durban poison.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Ask old mate what part of South Africa he's from.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What part of South Africa are you from? Joburg, Johannesburg. Nice.
Okay, so that I must research.
Yeah, just get on Google. Yeah.
See how you ask people out.
Yeah, no worries, man. See. Randoms.
Should have filmed the interview live and let him know that he was going live on the internet.
It's like, no, get it off. I don't want this to be on the internet.
It's certainly one way to either cut a conversation short or make it longer. depending on the
Yeah.
human involved.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic humans.
What did he ask?
Oh, he asked, what's the best vape for oil?
Oh,
And he said he didn't know if his wife wanted for nicotine. She wants it for illicit things. I said, oh, the Durban poison. Yeah,
oh no.
he knew. Anyway, back on the road again.
Different type of device. Anyhow.
That's classic. Good times. Good times here on Have a Beverage with Blacky. We get all the humans here. What else? What else is going on? Is Emma driving appropriately? Is she maintaining speed limits? Adhering
Yes,
to the road rules?
Always.
Always.
I am a very, very competent, responsible driver, and I have driven probably 1 million kilometres in the last 20 years.
Green.
So, here we go.
That's
That's a
a
lot of kilometres, and I've driven
that's a-
all, yep.
fairly solid
Nullarbor,
estimate.
all the way to Perth and back. Anyway, sorry, you get me started on driving.
Imagine if when you started doing all of this driving and stuff that you actually kept a tally and you really did know.
Well,
We do.
yeah, this one we've had since 2008. What's the count at?
Almost 400,000.
400,000 in this car since 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot on the clock, isn't it?
I've been everywhere, man. Almost.
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 We haven't gone to Broome, but it'd be nice to do that one, wouldn't it, Josh? But that'd be a long, epic drive.
Nah, fuck that.
To where?
Broome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You got to choose your direction, really, don't you? Do you just go straight across the Nullarbor or do you go up around the top?
Yeah, I don't want to do around the top. That'd be harsh.
Extra 4,000 Ks.
Yeah. Brutality.
You don't worry. You don't want me to. Don't worry
Not with the mint in your mouth, Emma.
about it. Okay.
Thank you. Bit of domestic squabbles. That's what you get in a car.
That's what you get when you're with Josh.
I find all of the best fight action happens in the car. It's because you're on edge. You're anticipating bad stuff to happen already when you're behind a wheel.
Yeah.
So it makes it very easy to exaggerate any given situation into what it shouldn't be.
Well, you got to take emotion out of it and stay as.
Oh yeah, that's right. Got these in the post yesterday.
Sweet.
Some JD stickers. Jack and Dan sent me 4 stickers. 4 of their stickers. Pardon me. So yeah, I'm going to have some spares. G'day, Jessica Taylor. How are you, Jess? Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Well, I was expecting 1 or 2 other guests, but no one has replied with a definite hello or anything like that. So probably we might just have to keep waffling with nonsense for something different. And did you say just the one client you're visiting today, or are you doing the rounds?
Possibly 2, but depends on how long the first one takes.
Right. Oh, which Dan? Perth Cichlids, Jace. Which Dan do you need a sticker of? If you need one of these JD ones, I'll just send you one. If that's the one you're talking about, Jack and Dan's. Or if you're talking about Dan's Slee, Dan's Fish. I don't have any Dan's Fish. And there's also Dan's Fish Room, I think, but I don't know if he's got stickers. So many Dans. What's going on? I had a couple of spare topics in my back pocket, and now I've forgotten what they were. Damn, they'll come to me. Hey, Langan, how are you, Langan and Blake? How are we? Oh, DKF snuck in too, did he? I know. Oh, that's a reference to, yes, right. I left out a Dan. Daniel Keeping Fish also. Amy, I do not have stickers. That's something I've not gotten around to doing yet. But yeah, potentially soon I will. I'll dig your address out again, Jason, and I'll send you. Actually, I've got some other ones I'll send to you as well from the a few of the other Americans. Yeah, I'll shoot you some over, mate. Agent Brandy Savage Beans. I have not used poop as bait, Randy, but I've heard that you can potentially use it for crayfish and stuff. But I think you want to mix other stuff with it.
I think we got another poo raider.
Oh yeah, there's a couple in here already. We've had here for the poop fire, Randy Savage Beans. I don't think that was his name last week, but same picture as one of the poop names last week.
Nice.
It's good to see. Good to see that you're back. Oh, a sticker machine. How does a sticker machine work? Yeah, Brandy Savage Beans. We went through that a little bit before, that the poop fire will not happen today either, due to the fact that we've had rain and most of the cow pats out in the paddock are a wee bit damp and may not ignite adequately enough. But yeah, like Pam says, if we'd keep piss farting around, you never know what might happen. Yeah, sorry about that, Randy. It will happen, though. It will happen. Might not be on a live stream. It might just be a nighttime fire video, because that's when fire videos tend to work the best. Yeah, kind of misses its impact, a fire in the daytime, unless it's huge.
So we're just hitting heavy traffic. I might have to bail and leave you to it, Mike. Just don't want to be a distraction.
Ah, yes, heavy traffic, good thinking. Distracted drivers are dangerous drivers.
Yeah, and if the cops see me with a screen, they could book us, because they might think I'm trying to show a dammer. So
yeah, true.
Yeah. So good to see everyone in here. Lovely to talk to you. Maybe next week I'll have more time and I'll be at home.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for popping in on the road.
It's all right. Take care. Have a great day, everyone, and great night.
Cheers. Bye, Em.
Bye.
Oh, crikey. It's ages ago. There he was. Gone. Yeah, crikey, I probably shouldn't have woken up so early today. It's like I've had all this time to prep stuff and I've not done a thing. I wonder though. Let me just do a little bit of music for a moment. What do? I do that first. Maybe. My computer is fritzing out. No, it's not. It's back. Oh, I know I ask this every time, but can you hear that? Is it coming through? I'll be back. Jimbo. Oh. Oh, is it too loud? Is it screaming at ears? Yeah, they're vintage tracks, so they're not mastered or final mixes, unfortunately. G'day, Thirsty. Jimbo. I still didn't, I was like super tempted to watch that Piranha Bite video, Jimbo, but I didn't, unfortunately. How is it? Is it a brutal wound? Or is it all just YouTube hype? But, you know, if it's, you know, if it's a good, solid, bleedy wound, I'm gonna want to check that. Or Alias, wasn't that was that Jennifer Garner's show where she was some spy chick or something? I think maybe. And if it was that show, then no, I didn't watch it. Right. I do remember that show being existing, but I cannot recall actually watching an episode. Must see YouTube. I assume that's referring to Jimbo's fish piranha finger. Let's call it piranha finger. A bit like stink finger, but more blood. Which one? About what? All right, hang on. I have to just go and talk to a person on the telephone. So I'll have to put some other music on in the background. Bear with me, please, people. Let's try that one. Oh, crikey, did I only just play a little one, did I? Or was I gone that long? Pardon me. Yeah, he's a very nice big Oscar, and he's got a few rocks in there that he likes playing with. He's also got a table tennis ball in there that he likes to play with. It's good fun. Yeah, GRB, he does still have the table tennis ball in there. I think once it sits in there for a little while, he gets bored of it and pushes it into a corner and doesn't do much with it. So potentially I've got to take it out on the reg and put it back in. Oh, Langen's gone. See you, Langen. Sorry I missed your exit. Same character as Jessica Jones. Oh, I might have to look into that because I've watched first season and a bit of Jessica Jones. 9 3/4. Catching up. Yeah, sorry about the having to walk away to go and talk to my mum's bank, one of my mum's banks. JH, hello. How are you, Joseph? Anyone else I've missed that came in while I was gone? Sorry about that. Unintentional. 6-year-old boy, you're not that young, Lazarus, are you? Goodness me. Visual stimulation all round, Joseph. Outstanding. You're an ideas mate. An ideas man mate is what I'm trying to say. A thinker, not a doer. Nah, come on, you do stuff too. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you're just having a rest before you jump in and do the next few water changes for Amber. I don't know why I keep scrolling through that stuff. Let me have a quick look over here. Damn it. Ah. Of course. G'day, GT. How are ya? Good to see you. I was just I was flicking through the Google News and I saw a headline that said Domino's is giving away free pizza to nice Karens. Poor Karens. Karen get a bad rap. Imagine if you called Karen and you're like a thoroughly decent human being. I know at least 2 Karens that are thoroughly decent human beings. Now they've been tarred with the same brush as all these other Karens. God, poor Karen. I'm so tempted to read that story, but I don't want to get sucked into a wormhole of terrible Karen news. I know it's just going to lead me on to another Karen story and then another. I'll be down a Karen wormhole in no time. huge Chinese fishing fleet off the Galapagos Islands. That seems like an interesting story. Wonder what they're up to. Take us on a Karen journey. No, Joel. I think all Karen journeys should be specific to one's own individuality and existence. You need to go on your own Karen journey. You can't vicariously Karen through someone else. Oh, what about that quality saying that all tortoises are turtles, but all turtles aren't tortoises? Mind blown. Mind blown. Tell ya. Ever heard that one? I heard it for the first time just the other day. Oh. Oh my goodness. So, you know, I dived into the Domino's story. Domino, it's all about nice Karens. Domino's is giving away pizza to 100 Australians named Karen before Friday, and all they have to do is upload a copy of their photo ID and tell Domino's in 250 words or less why they are the nice ones. Oh, Domino's is taking the name back. That's brilliant. That's so why can I never remember that word? Oh, g'day, Jays. How are you, Jay? Cobb? What's that P word? Progressive. Jesus. Domino's is being very progressive. GRB, the creek came up because it was about a day and a half of super solid, good, heavy rain. Creek went up, creek went down. Because I am sort of at the base of mountains and stuff, and it hasn't rained a lot lately, so all of the water didn't really soak in. It just bounced off the surface and rolled down the hills. So what happens when it's like that is our creeks just flash flood, go up very high very quickly, and then, you know, within 24 hours they're back down to where they were, water in or water out. I think it's up to the Karens, isn't it? But then by defending the name Karen, maybe they turn into Karens. Could be a vicious circle. By defending their name, in turn, they risk becoming Karens. I'm sure you get the irony of such a situation. But yeah, these, you know, the lady in Bunnings the other day, big hardware store down here, lady was claiming discrimination because they didn't want to let her in the store without a mask on, and she's claiming some human rights abuse based on a law that was introduced in the 50s or something, and didn't want to accept that sometimes there's conditional stuff with laws that, they probably might not have been thinking about epidemics or pandemics when they made these laws about human rights abuses, that sometimes you've got to be a little bit left of the law to suit society and whatnot. Yes. So yes, as I had no other guests show up, and I have absolutely nothing planned to talk about, as you can see by me going through the news to find something decent to talk about. I'll tell you what, I haven't done for a long time. Some how many got here? We've got 26 people here. New car's good. Thanks, GRB. Yeah, it's good. I've still got one little minor issue to fix, which I'll get my son to do. He's away at Tamworth this week doing his TAFE for his auto electrical course. Yeah, would you believe that his options were Newcastle or Tamworth to go to school 1 week out of 6 for his auto electrician course? 2 places. I'm probably assuming that there would be somewhere in Sydney as well, but car is a Hyundai Getz, Derek, or Hyundai, I think Americans call it. Or we call it Hyundai down here. Pardon me. But yeah, he's got to travel 6 hours to Tamworth for 1 week every 6 weeks for the next 2 years to finish his auto electrical course. They used to do it at one TAFE that a lot closer than that, but with the what have they done? Refinanced and rejigged everything in the TAFE schooling system. Yeah, he's got to drive a long way. A-Part's here. Speaking of one son, and another son shows up. How are you, son? Welcome to the stream. Everyone say hi to A-Part. I played 2 of my older songs already, A-Part, that I dug out of the shed the other day. Oh, it's funny, GRB. I think Tamworth has gone the way of Nashville. Like, you go to Nashville and you think country music, but then there's all this other stuff going on as well. Pop music and rock music. They're I'm fairly certain I heard rumours that Tamworth's going the same thing, but yeah, it is known as the country music capital of Australia. And freezing as well, because it is at a little bit of altitude compared to here. It's a little bit further inland. But yeah, he's cold and stuff. Now, I was a little bit interested about why previous song stopped so quick. Because it was only a minute and a half long. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'll put a different one on. Crikey. Hope you got better speakers than me, because I can't even make out those low notes. I'll be back. Oops. I just had to let that one play right through to the end because of that. That's funny too. That groaning sound at the end of that song was actually A-Part's oldest brother, when he was a wee child, arguing with me. I think he said, "No," or something like that. And I just fiddled with it, changed the pitch, and made it sound like an old man moaning. But close. It sounded like a yowie. Still haven't heard about the indoor ones that we like to do, GRB. They're excuse me, they are still doing the outdoor one, but I'm kind of thinking that Scungy might be tempted to maybe even just take part in the outdoor one, because she was throwing some market type ideas at me the other day. So yeah, whether she's heard that the indoor stuff might be opening up again, who can tell now that we're back in nonsense again? Or whether she'll just bite the bullet and we'll go and do an outdoor one or something. Oh, my guts. Anyhow, I don't have anything else to go on with. I've run out of excitement and fun. No one seems to have followed the StreamYard link to pop up and say hi. So I might just have to call it quits and do a short one today. Only an hour and 3 minutes so far. That's about all I can think of doing. Oh, yes. Jace, if you're still there, message received. Thank you. I'll get on to that. Bit slow, Derek. Come on. Take your time and then turn up just as I say I'm going to finish up.
I thought you might have been waiting for somebody else. I don't know.
No, I was just, it was a first in, best dressed kind of situation. But anyway, now you've come here just in time to either tell us your news or, say goodbye.
I don't know.
Unless, maybe
it involves political stuff, so.
Joel G is suggesting that you could do a little dance for us. I'm sure he's talking about you and not me.
I don't dance. I just fold my head up and down, that's all.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's easy. Shows everyone exactly what you're thinking.
You're welcome, Jay. Apparently I got close to my using up my StreamYard hours, as they so didn't notify me.
They so didn't, did you say?
They so did.
Yeah, it's funny. I get an email from them, but it's always when I'm 13 and a bit hours.
Same.
They'll say you're getting close to your limit.
Yeah, that's the same way it is for me. It's just like, oh, you've used 13 hours.
I'm
like,
yeah, generally it's
like 7 hours left on stream.
Yeah, I mean it's 2/3 really. It's not really that close, is it? But at least they're they're being useful, I guess.
Yeah,
making you aware. But I'm not 100% sure whether they send you another one when you get even closer to the end.
I don't think they do. I'm not sure.
Because I remember the time that I had to leave like 3 or 4 minutes
Mm-hmm.
so I could do another stream. I don't think I got a second email when I was that close to using it all up.
Mm-hmm. GRB, the morning stream went great. We was on there for about 3 hours. Had a bunch of people come up, and even had a query cop on, which was awesome. So
Does that, if you don't get emails, Jays, does that mean that you don't use 13 hours up,
mhm.
or are you out, or are they slack with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured. I actually did the time figuring. I figured my stream would be like 3 or 4 in the morning for y'all guys, somewhere.
Potentially. Hang on, when did you do one?
About 11. It was like 10:30 my time this morning.
I might have had my notification for it before I restarted my tablet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool. At least they're getting notifications out. Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Don't know. Can't see.
Huh. That's weird, Jay. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can always get the free plan and just have as many hours as you want. And you can have up to 10 people. We did it on twice the other night. That was fun.
Goodness. $1:33 this morning
Oh, wow.
was when I got notification about early fish wagon stream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. It was a lot earlier, I thought.
Yeah, I fell asleep in bed in front of the TV last night.
I guess.
I've been rewatching Deadwood, which I think is an awesome television show.
Deadwood.
Lots of people. Yeah, it's about the town Deadwood when the gold rush was happening back in the 1800s, late 1860s or something. Maybe it was before the Civil War. Can't remember. But yeah, very good show. Lots of language though. Lots and lots of language. Which I think turned a lot of people off that show, because a lot of people won't watch it because it's got lots of, like, when I say lots of language, I'm talking Tarantino movie times 2. Yeah,
cool.
I think people might be under this misinterpretation that back in the day people didn't swear and stuff, but yeah, I'm sure it's fairly true to life. The language that they use and
I'm
stuff.
sure they swore. I think it was just more behind closed doors.
Yeah, well, they certainly do their fair share of effing and jeffing on that show, if you're familiar with that term.
I heard the old expression, swears like a sailor.
Well, I think they've now changed that. They've changed that saying to swears like a cast member from Deadwood, potentially. But yeah, I mean, once you get used to it, awesome character drama, awesome show for that. But yeah, it's like 11 or 12 years old now. And yeah, it finished interestingly because the guy who created and wrote the show, he was an interesting chap, and he had vices and couldn't quite finish his show how he wanted to, and it just stopped abruptly. And then it was like, you know, that that thing that happens nowadays when a show is popular, it lights up on social media. It shouldn't have stopped this way.
Yeah.
And the demand made them make a movie sort of thing to finish the story sort of thing. But I still don't think it finished the story very well. But anyway, I'm watching it all again. That's what I fell asleep in front of last night.
I was reading the chat. Jay says he might get the plan. He's trying for a 90-hour stream. Gonna be the new stream king.
Oh, favorite Deadwood character.
I could not do that.
I'm gonna. Deadwood is a TV show. I'm not sure if it streams. You guys get Stan in the States?
Stan?
It's an Australian streaming service, and that's the only place I could find it streaming.
Probably can find it on like Netflix or Hulu or something.
Yeah, it's not on Netflix down here because Stan's got the rights, but I don't know whether the American Netflix might have the rights for it, or if you can get Stan over there. Definitely worth
on
watching.
HBO.
What's that?
You can get on HBO over here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, that's where I first saw it. It was actually one of those shows back in the day where an episode would come out each week. Remember the days of television when you'd have to wait a week to watch an episode?
No, that's back when television is actually good.
Well, I find that it is kind of a better way to watch TV because you get to watch an episode and then digest it and talk about it and think about it and stuff. Whereas if you're binging stuff, a lot of stuff just drifts off into the ether and you don't remember it and whatnot.
Yeah, you kind of miss stuff. And you go back and watch it and you're like, wait, that wasn't there before, was it? Oh, what?
I'd have to cite reasons, GRB, for Deadwood characters. I mean, Mrs. Garrett, Alma Garrett, is definitely one of my favorites, but I guess mainly because I find her so easy on the eyes. I don't want to objectify her or anything, but she's a very gorgeous lady and also has some very interesting things to say once in a while. But apart from that, Calamity Jane, she's an interesting character. Bit hard to tolerate. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really given that much thought. Favorite character in Deadwood.
It ain't easy being Jay's better. Come on. It doesn't fall off the tongue here, Jay. That's cool.
Yeah, I've been watching Hell on Wheels as well, which is a similar time frame, different town. That was a very good show as well. The old Wild West, figuring heavily in my show watching at the moment.
Yep, I like Wild West movies and John Wayne and all that.
Yeah, I do too. Westworld as well. I mean, the first 2 seasons of Westworld were very Wild West, but it seems the 3rd season is gone into the slightly more modern times. But I've still got to keep watching that. But yeah, very very good show. G'day, Streety and Cody, son.
Oh, hey, Cody, son.
Super lucky you popped up, Derek, because it's give us an excuse to stay on longer for these fellas to come in.
Cool. Check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it would be easy to say that Seth Bullock was my favorite character, but he's a fairly stock standard Wild West kind of hero guy.
Yeah.
My Aussie bro on Longmire. Who's my Aussie bro on Longmire, Streety?
Hey, Chevy Fish.
Chevy's here as well. All the cool kids come in late.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see.
So is speaking of though, is Cody's son, I'm speaking to you directly, is Deadwood a proper normal functioning town nowadays? Or is it a city?
Hey, Dragon Lair.
Hey Dragon, how are you, Patrick?
Mm-hmm. Kitty. Meow.
I have heard that the name Longmire as well, but I have not watched any of it. What does it stream on? Feisty cat.
Yeah. She's a good kitty, though.
I used to have a black cat that looked like a Black Panther.
Hmm.
Well, it actually wasn't my cat. He used to come into my yard and hang out with my long-haired black cat. But this panther one, no one in the neighborhood could touch him or play with him because he was, he's a big dominant male cat. And I'm talking big. He was a good size, big black cat. But he would let me wrestle with him and carry him around. He would climb up onto my shoulders and just sit there and chill out. But anyone else tried to touch him, he'd scratch and bite. But yeah, I got him used to the rough housing, and I'd let him bite and scratch and hit him back and make it all fun for him. And he sort of became my second cat.
Netflix in North America and Australia?
All right, sweet. I have the Netflix.
Okay.
But who did you say? I did see Robert Taylor. I don't. He's an Aussie boy, is he? I'm completely unfamiliar with Robert Taylor.
Robert Taylor. I haven't heard of him either, but then again, I don't watch that much TV. I usually just watch YouTube.
Absaroka County, Wyoming. Area code 307 for those watching at home.
The series is based on Walt Longmire Mysteries series novels by Craig Johnson. It centers on Walt Longmire as sheriff in a fictional Broca County, Wyoming. Huh, interesting. I'll check that out. I like Wyoming. That's strange. Why did they get posted twice? Oh, he posted it twice.
I've googled up Robert Taylor, and like part of me maybe recognizes him, but I'm thinking potentially maybe he's done more work overseas than he has here.
Pam says all of Wyoming is 307.
I know. We came to this realization a few weeks ago, and yeah.
I looked up my state's area codes, and there's only like 3 area codes in Mississippi.
For some reason, that number just stuck in my head. Yes, right. Actually, someone just said that in the chat. Yes, Streetwise. I have just discovered that in Robert Taylor's filmography.
Matrix.
He was the other agent with Hugo Weaving.
I've not watched the Matrix movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Definitely worth a watch. Yes, he's got quite the quite the filmography of the of work.
You made a correction. Huh? Okay. Hugo Weaving. I've heard that name before. I'm not sure where though.
He was the other agent in The Matrix, but you haven't seen it, so you wouldn't know him. What about Priscilla, Queen of the Desert?
Hmm.
No, he was in that as well.
Nope.
Yeah, he's another fine Australian actor.
That's cool. Yeah, I don't watch much movies. I guess I go for more TV oriented shows.
Well, often TV shows are better developed, aren't they? Because they can spread out the characters' growth and stuff over a much longer time. Jessica Taylor, bedtime. Good night.
Oh,
Thanks
night.
for hanging out.
Night, Jessica. Yeah, Priscilla, we were talking about the movie.
Yes, Streetwise says Hugo Weaving was Elrond in the Lord of the Rings films.
Yes, I haven't seen those either. So,
Free.
actually, I've seen The Hobbit. I've seen like the first two. I guess the 2 films of The Hobbit they made.
Yeah. Hugo was the big guy that was Neo's confidant. I don't think he was, Moonstone. I don't think he was. Hugo Weaving was Agent Smith, was he not?
That's cool. Dragon Lair, free blue tongue skink. That's always
Yeah.
good.
Good score, Dragon Lair. Hope you keep it well.
Yeah, y'all have those all over the place over there, don't y'all?
Sure do. Soon as the weather warms up, they're all over the place.
Yes.
And actually, it's probably around this time of year that female blue tongues are laying eggs all over the place as well.
How cold has it been getting there? It's like,
well, it doesn't get super cold here. A couple of nights down in the single digits Celsius, though. So
that's not too bad.
Maybe high teens, low 20s Fahrenheit speak.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, it doesn't get too freezing here. Like I still sleep at night with my door and windows open. Yeah, it's not too cold.
Yeah.
To sleep in the open air still.
Yeah, usually here we'd get down maybe low 30s, maybe the 20s. Sometimes get that rare occasion where it goes down into the teens, but usually doesn't last for very long.
Yeah.
Now, you want to know about cold? Ask Pam. Pam gets all the cold weather up there.
Yeah, Wyoming certainly eats it, doesn't he? Oops, wrong button.
Dragon Lair says she's a 2-year-old, 22 inches long. Gyoga gave her to him, brought her as a hatchling. Hey, Miles.
G'day, Miles.
Yeah, I haven't seen you for a few days. Miles, the ever let's see.
The minimalist. Nice. Why is
That's
it dangerous to leave the windows open, Joel? Are you slandering Australians?
Mhm.
Pardon me.
That's cool, Jay. A frog? What frog?
I missed that sound, Miles, unless it was my burp. But that happened after, well after you typed that.
Hmm. Oh. Hmm. So y'all have a lot of frogs over there, or is it like?
Oh yeah, loads of frogs. Oh,
Ah.
I say you're right. For the wildlife to come in, it's got a screen, you know.
That's cool.
It's got a screen on the window, so they can't just come in because the window's open.
I know over here we get these giant. They call them bullfrogs.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
none of our Australian frogs get as big as the bullfrogs do. We get a couple of our desert ones. Interestingly enough, they get pretty big.
Hmm.
Some of our green tree frogs are known to get quite huge.
Interesting.
But yeah, I think bullfrogs take the cake as far as large frogs do.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably why they're so tasty.
I think the window comment is wildlife.
Yes, Joel G did confirm that.
Uh,
That is for critters coming in my windows. Yeah, the cane toads get pretty big dragon lair, but I still don't think they even a massive one I don't think gets to the size of a big bullfrog.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would certainly get plenty of those at all times of the year. As soon as it warms up though, they're everywhere.
Oh yeah. I mean, you just come around here, go or just pond, swamp, or anything. They're all over the place.
And do you eat them? Have you eaten them?
No, but people do eat the legs.
Yeah.
I don't think they eat the rest. I don't know. The rest is edible.
I mean, it probably is, but it's probably fiddly to try and get the meat off, whereas at least a leg you can just cook the whole thing and chew the meat off the bone.
Yeah. Pam's had frog legs. Tell me, Pam, do they taste like chicken?
Depends how many chickens the frog's eaten.
I always hear that. It's like, tastes like chicken. I would love to actually try to get me some fried alligator. That's what I want to try.
Yeah, I'd give it a go. I just don't want to destroy any of my lovely green frogs
Mm-hmm.
just to say I've had frog's legs.
They're okay. Frog legs are delicious with some goon.
Better swing me some legs. I'll match them up.
Mm-hmm. Alligator's a bit chewy. Yeah. Heard you gotta get it at the right season.
Well, I would imagine something like alligator. The age of the animal would come into it a lot, and
Yeah. I mean, the more they grow, the bigger, tougher the meat.
yeah, sure, and how it's been butchered, how it's been left, etc., etc. All those things that go into all the meat stuff.
Yeah. It's just like with deer. I mean, the younger deer are more tender. Well, the older deer that have been running forever, they're a lot more tough.
Yeah. Good meat though. Should be more of it.
I love me some venison. Usually if we get a deer, me and my brother make jerky out of it.
Yeah, at least you don't have to worry about it being tough then, because all jerky's tough, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I've done it once. Eaten python once, Jays, up in North Queensland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't remember.
That is true, Pam. They do. It does depend on what they eat. That does affect the meat.
I have eaten saltwater crocodile dragon lair, but I did have it in a meat pie. Had a saltwater crocodile pie going back about 15 years, and I thought it was quite tasty. But yeah, I'd certainly be willing to try some steaks fried up on a barbecue or something like that. It certainly wasn't a meat that I tasted and went, oh, I'm not eating that. It tasted like good meat.
I mean, venison, when you cook it, it likes to shrink a lot.
Yeah, there's a few different meats that do that. Kangaroo's a bit like that as well. You got to really sear and seal the outside before you go through the whole process of cooking.
Is there a lot of meat on a kangaroo?
Yeah. Very meaty. And it's such good meat too. If you haven't had kangaroo, I highly recommend it. Like, it's a very gamey meat as well, so it's a strong flavored red meat, and it's very lean as well. So you want to cook your kangaroo in some good fat, some good goose fat or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I'd eat a snake. I don't know. I've seen Bear Grylls eat a snake on TV before. But I don't know.
I had this video pop up yesterday. I don't remember whether it was on which one of the bloody social things it popped up on, but this dude had a skinned and gutted rattlesnake. No tail, no head, and it's still squirming around. This piece of meat on this metal tray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've killed rattlesnakes before, and they'll still be wiggling around just due to the nerves.
Yeah, well, they say kangaroo meat's similar as well, because they're I guess the fast twitch proteins or whatever they're called in the meats are still going for so long after the animal's been slaughtered that you can cut some kangaroo steaks off a freshly slaughtered kangaroo, and the steaks will slowly wriggle their way around a plate.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard this. I have not witnessed it myself, but I can only believe that if it's on the internet, it must be true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the meat processing plants have been just in a whole heap of complications. I mean, meat's gone up, so it's not really even worth it to buy any beef. I mean, chicken's still good, and pork's semi cheap. It's not too cheap, but I don't know. I was going to get some the other day, but I didn't know. I'd never cooked with it, so I didn't feel like wasting money on something I didn't know how to cook.
What was it that you didn't get?
Pork.
You've never cooked pork?
No, I've had it, but I've never cooked with it.
No, if you're doing pork chops or pork steaks or whatever, you just cook them like a normal steak, except a little bit lower temperature and a bit longer, because you don't want to do pork rare like you can do beef or lamb.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
But yeah, Gotta love
One
a good
guy
bit
got
of pig.
parasites in his brain from eating some pork that had some, I guess, was undercooked.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
That's
they get a fluke of some sort, I think, is
Hmm,
your most common parasite from pork.
I guess. Hmm.
And yeah, you can't go past bacon. Although, in saying that, nowadays when I eat bacon, it gives me a little bit of what do you call it? Reflux, stomach acid. But you know, you push through. You push through for bacon.
Hello, Agent Randy Savage Beans again. How are you?
Welcome back, Randy.
Yeah.
Worms, is it? Right, confirmed.
Worms. Okay, yeah.
Trichomoniasis worms. Interesting.
Okay, that's what the guy got. He got tapeworm from it. And they apparently laid eggs.
Well, tapeworms are one of those very interesting creatures because they can live for like 30 years in your body,
Mm-hmm.
and there's segments of their body have male and female breeding parts. So if a segment of a tapeworm separates from the body of a tapeworm and moves out, it's basically ready to breed and can produce eggs.
Wow.
They're a very interesting creature, a tapeworm. And contrary to popular belief, you cannot lose weight from having a tapeworm. Don't
Really?
believe the hype.
Huh.
They say quite the opposite can happen, in fact, because while you've got a tapeworm, you adopt all of these terrible, ridiculous eating habits. And then you get rid of your tapeworm and you're still eating all this shit that the tapeworm's been eating out of your body. And you keep going, you put on heaps of weight, but tapeworms don't. They're not a diet. People don't diet with tapeworms.
Yes. Don't.
Public service announcement. You heard it here.
Mm-hmm. Cook your meat to at least whatever CD or FDA recommendations.
You know, except lamb and beef. Eat those raw if you want.
Hmm.
No, you'll probably still get worms.
I don't know. Some people like them a little raw, like medium rare. I like mine just like medium well.
As in your cow meat, steak.
Mm-hmm.
I like my cow still mooing. Lots of blood. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to duck out the back real quick. I'll be back. We'll
Okay.
probably wrap it up and go do stuff.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, you think by now that we would employ some kind of factory machine to package the meat instead of having a bunch of people work in close quarters in a factory. I'm surprised they haven't tried to do that. Oh man, Pam. GRB also likes his steak rare. To each their own. Sushi? Not really a big fan of sushi. Mm-hmm. Actually, a diet called the tapeworm diet where you swallow the egg for weight control. Don't go on that diet. That is not, that diet is not recommended by the FDA.
Yeah, it's been disproved, Chevy, that it doesn't actually work.
Mm-hmm. So many.
Yeah, Dragon Lair, that's it. I'm with you. Cooked, ready.
Oh, Jeremy, I mean, I find it odd that they haven't found some kind of machine to do the packing instead of a bunch of workers all crowded into one space. Seems like it'd be more economically efficient. I mean, I'm assuming a lot of people would lose jobs over that, but I don't know.
I think, yeah, that part of the tapeworm diet would be the only fun part, Pam.
Oh, God.
The bit where it's tickling at your date, so you give it a little bit of a tug. But based on their segmented bodies and their willingness to just let their segments break off, I have a strange feeling you wouldn't be pulling a whole worm out of your butt. You'd just be pulling piece after piece after piece out.
System of a Down needles.
That'd be a song. Also, let's go with another tapeworm fun fact. They're interesting little segments of their body.
That's true. I mean, the butchering is done in the meat processing plant, so you do have to do that.
Your little segments of tapeworms can actually move themselves. So when they get shat out by a cow or whatever creature shats them out onto the grass, the little segments of tapeworm, to complete their life cycle, need to be eaten by another creature. So the little segments that might have eggs in them, might not, they can move themselves out of the poo and onto a clean piece of grass to increase their chance of being eaten. So wild, the development of creatures on this planet. Everything develops for a reason, except mosquitoes. No, fleas, they're worse. Ticks. Oh, good remindering too. I started watching The Tick too. That's another good show. It's had a few versions of it done on TV. The Tick is a superhero. Doesn't know where he's from. The first one I saw was a cartoon, and then there was a show where Patrick Warburton, people might know Patrick Warburton, he played the Tick. He was Elaine's boyfriend in Seinfeld, big dude with a very, very distinctive voice. Does the voice of Brock Sampson on the Venture Brothers. But yeah, this new one.
Seinfeld. Let me see. Is that?
He was her football fan boyfriend who went to the game all painted up and stuff. If you remember that episode.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, the new version is quite good because, that old one with Patrick Warburton was, maybe 15 or 20 years ago. So obviously television technology has come a long way.
Lots of parasites have bizarre life cycles. Of course they do. They got to live in weird conditions, I guess you could say.
Well, they have conditions to many of their life cycles that they have to meet, just like fungus. Certain fungus don't reproduce unless they've traveled through the digestive system of an ovine. It's very interesting.
Jay's Better Room says he still has his Tick action figures still in packaging.
Nice.
Wow, that's lucky.
Yeah, I found some of my old Spawn action figures down in the shed, but all the plastics are yellowed and stuff, but they're still in original packaging. I could probably still sell them for some, but where I used to have them displayed on a shelf, they got exposed to sun, so the sun turned all of the clear plastic a shade of yellow, which I guess devalues them somewhat. But yeah, I've been going nuts on the Star Wars Lego as well. Gotta have the Star Wars Lego. My main thing is TIE fighters. I like the TIE fighters. But the best TIE fighters are like $200.
Oh man.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, GRB. There's a I suppose more up to date current reference for his voice.
Joe Swanson on Family Guy. Yeah.
Yeah, once you can click with his voice, then you remember his voice from everything.
Yeah.
He's the sort of guy who has a very distinctive voice and gets a lot of roles just for that voice.
Yeah. It's a lot of... Hey, Big J.
Big J, brother. How's it?
He had some nice... Me and Priscilla had some nice fish at their work today. They were both up on my stream. I was like switching between switching between screens, showing off what they were showing. It was like dueling to see who had the better fish.
That never goes well.
Hey, Don Gallagher. Don't we all have this
g'day, Donny G. How are you, mate? But yes, Jays, we all have distinct voices, but some are distincter than others, I guess.
Well, I guess it's more... You recognize it more because it's broadcast to to millions of people over the world.
Yeah.
Regarding
Hi, mate.
both Blacky and 44 have triggered my steer UVS stream.
Hey Siri, Google porn.
Hey, Vinosky, how you doing?
Hello, Vinoxky. How do you do?
Really, Dragon there? I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I suppose it's primarily because we're world famous, Derek. That you could go to the slums of Paris and they'd be able to say, oh, that's that guy. You couldn't really, but it's fun to think about. I can't search the web.
Siri, cancel all appointments.
Hey Siri, turn phone off.
I'd like to think I would recognize you if I saw you out in public. If I ever came to Australia.
I don't know. I've got a different hairstyle every week. Hey Siri, I see a little silhouette of a man.
this trigger series just sing lyrics. I mean, I can
Have you heard?
access like people's Alexas and stream. I did it like twice on Griffin's stream the other day.
And have you heard that Rick and Morty one? That if you Google that that catchphrase of Rick's, that the Birdman says it means something in
Their tongue or
in bird talk, yeah. But if you type what Rick says into Google, Google says, "Did you mean?" And then it says what Birdman says it means. I have a screenshot of it somewhere because I did it and it worked. Yeah.
yeah. Lubba lubba dub dub. Or,
Yeah, that one. Yeah, lubba lubba dub dub. Isn't it that one that means I'm in
hurt and need
pain?
help.
And, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah,
pain
that-
and need help or something.
Yeah.
But yes, if you type lubba lubba dub dub into Google, thanks, try it.
Been watching an Australian scientist videos on YouTube. Brian Fry. Smart guy, loves snakes.
Yes, if you Google wubba lubba dub dub, Google says, "Did you mean I am in great pain? Please help me."
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's kind of the character of the show. I mean, that is his character. He's always in pain.
What's Brian Fry's channel called? Donny G.
Say Brian Fry.
I mean, there's only 45 people down here in Australia. I probably know him. I've heard that a lot of American people use the Australian Siri or the Irish Siri.
Alexa, can you do an Australian voice?
Here's something I found on the web. According to melodicroft.com, due to unforeseen circumstances beyond control, the legendary Voices of Rock Australian Tour, featuring. Did that answer your question?
No.
What did she say?
Something about legendary rock Australians. I don't. Alexa, can I change your accent?
I cannot change my accent.
Ah, nope. So there's no Australian Alexa.
That's interesting. At least Siri gives you options.
Yeah. Is
Yeah,
a
I'll have to-
Venom researcher. Ah, okay.
Send me a link, Don, to one of his videos. See if I already know him. G'day, Kenny. How are you?
Hey, Hey, Danikin, what's up? Yeah. Redfish, Bluefish is down here. Saw a video today. He got like 4 broken tanks from Petco.
Has he?
Apparently Petco messed up on the packaging.
So he's buying them expecting functional tanks, but got broken ones.
Yep. Can you change the language? I think so. Should probably say you'll have to go through the Alexa app.
South African accent is it's one of those accents that on a man sounds tedious and appalling, but on a woman, whoa, whoa. What a sexy accent.
A very crisp South African accent.
Where were you when oh no, Streety got here late, didn't he? We had the Beast on the stream earlier, live streaming from his car as they crossed the border into Queensland. And they pulled up at a, what do you call them, gas station.
Oh, yeah.
And because Beast was vaping in the passenger seat of the car, this South African guy came up to the window of his car and started asking him questions about vaping and whatnot. Very, very thick, crisp South African accent that boy had. So, you know, if you like your South African accents, go back to about 17 or 19 minutes into the stream and you'll hear a South African accent.
Seems to be like vaping is very big over there. It seems like very popular.
Well, I think it is primarily because the price of smoking cigarettes has just skyrocketed over the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a very affordable habit to have.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think vaping has sort of provided a more economical way to deliver nicotine into one's bloodstream.
Yeah.
And they tried to stop it. They tried to ban all vaping products coming into the country. And the people rose up and they got the political decision overturned.
Yeah, they were trying to do that over here, but I never heard anything come of it.
Yeah, I think it'd be crazy to stop it because, you know, if they tax it appropriately. Oh, totally agree, Dragon Lair. One of my personal favourites.
So I used to be doing it.
But anyway, we probably should just call it quits then.
All right, cool. Thanks for having me up.
No worries, mate. Anytime. Unfortunately, I don't remember what songs I've played, so I can go out with a song. See if I did this one already. I probably should have done it in some kind of order. Did I do this one?
Sounds good.
Alrighty, everyone. Thanks heaps for hanging out. Thanks for being up, D. Thanks to Beast for being up earlier. Good luck on your travels if you're still listening, Beast.
I'll see y'all later.
Thanks heaps, everyone, for hanging out in the chat. I'll let this music play out, and then I'll turn it all off. So, yeah, take it easy.
See you later.
And, yeah, what Chevy said. Thanks, mods, for helping out, posting links and all that
Thanks,
good
Mark.
stuff. Oh, whoops. Oh, Gaffer Haynes, you did. Just doing a sign out and stuff, and then I've realised I put another very short song on to finish. This is the problem when you work with loops and stuff. As always, next week, Gaffer. Just heading out, Amy. We've said goodbyes. We've done all of the... Well, we covered all of the topics today. But yeah, we're out of here. We're signing out. It's done. We're all over. Hopefully see you next week, Gaffer. Or if I time it to find one of your streams. Were we? Were we talking about grey stuff? I don't remember talking about grey stuff. Meat, bugs, parasites, tapeworms. What's gross about that? Alrighty, everyone. Thanks heaps for hanging out. Oh, we ended up going for 2 hours. I thought it would just be an hour show. "20-year-old music. Crikey. It's different. Alright, everyone, behave yourselves, take it easy, wash your hands, wear your masks. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. Take care. See you in a week, if not before. Take care, everyone. Be good to each other and say hi to your mum for me.